before I start the show today, this morning I had a long cardio session. So I'm thinking, what am I going to listen to while I'm doing this cardio? Bored out of my mind. So I'm like, let me find Alex Jones, InfoWars, and I'll go from there. I can entertain myself. I'm going through YouTube. Can't find InfoWars anywhere. Not any old episodes. Nothing. Zero, zilch. So I go to Tucker Carlson's YouTube channel. I see that Tucker interviews Alex Jones 4 days ago. By the way, the interview got over 1.8 million views already, and it's already growing. And Alex Jones is talking about how the deep state, President Biden, Barack Obama, they all perverted the justice system, took over his business, ruined his name, his reputation, bankrupted him, all because he had a different opinion than Democrats, than liberals. He had an opinion that they didn't like. Alex Jones, it's on record. They talk about it on the show with Tucker. He predicted 9/11. He explained exactly how it was going to happen. Planes flying into the World Trade Center. He predicted Epstein Island. He predicted hundreds of things, Alex Jones. So what does the deep state do? What does Barack Obama do? Hussein Obama, the guy with a fake birth certificate that couldn't even pass the background check to be a gardener who became president of the United States. Go figure. Joe Biden, the Biden crime family. What did they do? They perverted the justice system to go after him, didn't give him a fair trial, just like they did to President Trump. Took his business, erased his memories from YouTube and all social media, his thoughts. And why did they do that? They did it for one reason. He doesn't agree with them. And that's why I make these videos daily. And this is why I say this all the time. If one person tunes into a video that I make and says, you know what? He's right. I'm voting for Republicans from here on out. I did my job. It was worth my time because this is disgusting. So now Democrats, not only are they immoral, have no morals, think it's okay to tell your 6-year-old to cut his penis off, try to tell you that there's 94 genders and all the other garbage that Democrats do. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. They want to control your thoughts too. And if they can't control your thoughts, we're going to take everything we can away from you. What? And then it gets better. So I start going down the rabbit hole a little bit more, going down YouTube, looking for anything to do with Alex Jones. And there's a company called Onion that took over Alex Jones's InfoWars and all of Alex Jones's videos. And that company is a communist globalist regime that works for the deep state. So now the deep state, they could bankrupt you, take your image, re-edit all the videos, make a mockery out of you, make a joke out of you, and get away with it. And the courts back them up. And you don't have to listen to me. What does that idiot know? Go listen to Alex Jones' interview with Tucker Carlson. Should make you sick. Should make every American, that's an American anyway, that believes in America, start making videos like mine. Disgusting. But I wouldn't expect anything less than from Democrats. I say this all the time, and I mean it. A Democratic candidate could tell me, we're going to give you a new car every year, a new house every year, and $1 million in your bank account every single year. If you vote for us for the rest of your life, I would tell them, go F yourself. I would never vote for another Democrat after what they've done to President Trump and his family ever again under any circumstance in my life. You could literally have this to my head and I would tell you, F you, I'm not voting for you. That's how much I can't stand the Democratic Party and what they have done to the United States of America. With that intro being said, President Trump, the greatest American to ever live, The Don, the winner, that's all he does is win. He goes to UFC over the weekend in Miami. Look at the crowd go absolutely insane for President Trump.
Making the entrance right now.
There he is.
Standing ovation, the 47th President of the United States of America, flanked by UFC CEO Dana White and others, Donald J. Trump.
Is there anybody else that has a walk-in other than a fighter? I mean, he has some music, Kid Rock starts playing.
He had one at the NCAA tournament too. He always gets a walkout. It's like a prerequisite for him coming. Give him the walkout. People love it.
They do.
Well, and what he loves is mixed martial arts, right? I mean, he talks about watching these fight nights when he is not in the building. And President Trump making his way to the octagon yet again for a massive UFC pay-per-view event.
We gotta talk to him about the fights. He really loves fights.
No doubt.
He loves it. Prelim fights. Think about this. He's at the White House watching the fights. That's a crazy thought. It's a crazy thought. He's at the White House. The fights are on.
It's pretty incredible.
That's crazy. It's insane.
Of course, Democrats are trying to make a big deal about President Trump not seeing RFK's wife. He's waving to everybody. He's shaking everybody's hand. Do you ever think maybe he was just having a moment, had a thought, and didn't see his wife? I mean, she's 5 inches shorter than him, but leave it to Democrats have nothing to talk about, nothing to run on. So this will be the big story. Oh, President Trump, RFK the traitor, he doesn't even treat RFK's wife the right way. Democrats are such losers and have nothing to talk about. That's a big story to them.
That's crazy.
Great to have the president with us once again. Thank you, sir.
Joe, I couldn't do it without you, Joe. You heard it. Crowd is chanting USA. Those are real emotions. Those aren't people that were paid by Democrats to show up, or Democrats have to bust them in and make it look like they have crowds because they know they plan on cheating in the election. That's what Democrats do. They bus in people, pay them to cheer and clap, knowing damn well that those people are not even going to show up to vote anyway because they're in a crack house somewhere, and then know that they're going to stuff the ballot box with fraud ballots and just cheat. That's what they do. That's why they hate President Trump, because they know the people love President Trump. And what did President Trump just pass? He passed a new bill. In order to vote, you have to be an American citizen and you have to have real ID. And you know why Democrats are losing their minds? I love all the Democrats. This is racist towards black people. This is how lowly Democrats, they show their racism towards black people every time they talk. They don't even think that black people can get a license. Oh, that's racist towards black people because it's harder for a black person to get a license. Really? A black person has to show any more forms of ID than any other race? No, that has nothing to do with it. They're just mad. They can't cheat in the elections anymore. You got to show a valid ID. Democrats hate that. Democrats stand for absolutely nothing. Zero. Isn't it hysterical when you have these liberals on TV who are the most racist, hateful people on the planet? They hate white people. They're rewarded for it. They're rewarded for killing white people. These Democrats on TV are absolutely disgusted. Watch her reaction because somebody called her a Muppet or something online. Watch the crowd's response. This is hysterical. I just got to leave this here.
The person started saying I look like a Muppet.
God. Look at her face.
People say it so
Look at her eyes.
I start to believe it. And so I even asked Vince, I'm like, do I look like a Muppet? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It's like, absolutely not. But this particular person started
Like, are these people effing kidding me? I look like, somebody said I look like a Muppet, and all the fake outrage and everybody's pretending they have to fake cry and show some type of emotion. Nobody on that panel could say, grow the F up. You know what I've been called online by people on a daily basis? I've been called every name in the book online by everybody. I could care less. She's getting paid $10 million a year to spew her hate. Somebody calls her a Muppet, and this is her response. And it's forget what she said. Look at all the Democrats around her. Oh, let me wipe my fake tears off my fake eyelashes, my fake eye. Oh my God. I love the crowd's reaction. It's just listen, I want the Democratic Party to keep snowballing in this type of behavior. You know, Jasmine Crockett's the new face of the Democratic Party. I love it. People get mad when she talks. I love when she talks. Because nobody's going to vote for that. It'll just mean Republican victories for the next 100 years. Let all these idiots and morons keep getting all these high-paying talk show jobs. I love it. I love that they're on every station shooting off their mouths, showing how racist and ignorant they truly are, and then acting like this because it means Republican victories. Because when people continuously on a daily basis see this type of idiocy, they will vote the other way. Keep up the great work, liberals. All you're doing is showing your mental disorders. Is this the end of college football? It looks like this is going to be the end of college football as we know it. And you know what? They deserve it. So the University of Tennessee has a quarterback named Nico Lamalavea. He was getting paid $2 million a year to play college football. And guess what? That wasn't good enough. He wanted $4 million a year, and he started sitting out of practices and meetings. This is what I want to happen to this guy. I want him. See, the SEC, the Southeastern Conference, if anybody is not familiar with college football, has the most money from the most boosters. They take college football very seriously in the South, more there than anywhere else. They were paying this young guy a lot of money, and of course it wasn't good enough. He wants $4 million, and I hope that he priced himself out of the market. I hope that every college comes together and says, don't sign him. We need to teach these ungrateful kids a lesson because he deserves it. And the people that are getting in this young guy's ear and telling him this, whether it's his family, his agent, or whatever, you are a bunch of idiots and morons. This kid was making $2 million a year to play college football on a scholarship, and that wasn't good enough for you. And this is what the NCAA needs to do. Every single college player at Division I should get $2,000 a month. That's it. Every player gets the same amount of money, so there's no unfair competitive advantages, because if you have a team that's willing to spend, now it's a pro team. They can get all the top-notch recruits out of high school, pay them a lot of money, and you build a powerhouse the wrong way. This isn't pro football. Now, I'm not saying that these kids don't deserve anything, but they should every player on every team should be getting the same amount of money. And trust me, college football's got so much money, they could pull it off. Give them $2,000, $3,000 a month. Obviously, they're getting free room and board, the best food they've ever eaten in their life. Enough's enough already. What's college football going to become? Major League Baseball, where now you're paying a kid $100 million in 4 years to be your quarterback? Then you wonder why you got all these players going to the NFL. They're 28 years old, their rookie year, or they're staying in college until they're 28. It's ridiculous. See, when I see somebody greedy like this Nico Lamalavea, he deserves, I really hope, I mean it too. I hope all the colleges say, you know what, F you, we're not signing you. We don't need this headache on our team, because then maybe next time you'll be more thankful. Judge Angela Tucker reduced Karmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million or $2 million to $250,000. Now Karmelo Anthony is out of jail with an ankle monitor on house arrest. So now we're letting criminals out of jail whose charges are murder. Since when? Since when do guys charged with murder get bail? Oh, but Karmelo, Oh, but Carmelo Anthony is special. He's so special. He's the victim in this case. He was sitting in an area he wasn't supposed to be sitting. His coaches told him to move. He didn't move. He was asked to move. Didn't move. Told multiple people, I'm not moving, and put your hands on me and see what's going to happen. Took a knife out of his bag and stabbed the evil white kid through the heart. But he's the victim here. Oh, poor Carmelo. Poor Carmelo. Oh, poor you. Hey, you know, all these radical judges that are all Joe Biden appointees, they all need to be removed from the bench. She should be removed from the bench. And if you're charged with murder and there's clear evidence that you're going to be indicted, you should be not making bail. But Carmelo, he's a special case. He's really a good guy. He didn't mean it. Somebody touched him. How dare you ask him to move? How dare you say to this young man, hey, you're not supposed to be sitting here. You're in the wrong spot. That's racism. He has the right to murder you. This is liberalism. This is liberalism at its finest. This story is a Hussein Obama, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris success story. Congratulations. I'm going to end it with President Trump's tariffs. This needs to be done. This is the only way to bring back American manufacturing. There's going to be a little bumpy. The market's going to be a little bumpy in the beginning, but President Trump always wins. He always has a plan. He's going to tell you how America has been ripped off by every country in the world, and it's no longer going to happen. And I'm fully on board. I don't care if I have to pay $12 for eggs for a short period of time. I don't care what the increases are, because I know in the end, we, meaning America and President Trump, will win. We will prevail. We will bring back all manufacturing jobs to the United States of America. And instead of making our enemies stronger, if it wasn't for Democratic politicians selling America out, the only reason why China is strong is because you had communist Democrats that put all our manufacturing jobs in China, which strengthened their middle class, which strengthened their military, all while America's got weaker. I fully support President Trump. Let's jump into the video.
I'm not concerned. We may have short-term a little pain, and people understand that. But long-term, the United States has been ripped off by virtually every country in the world. We have deficits with almost every country. Not every country, but almost. And we're going to change it. It's been unfair. That's why we owe $36 trillion. We have deficits with everybody. We help everybody. We've been helping everybody for years. And to be honest, I don't think they appreciate it. So we're going to change that. We're going to change it fast. We're going to make America great again. We have to focus on our country. We have tremendous potential if properly used, and we have to focus on our country. Tremendous deficits with China, tremendous deficits with the European Union, tremendous deficits with Mexico and Canada. And why? What's the purpose of that? Why would we have deficits? And you look at, if you look at pharmaceuticals and drugs, if you look at various products, it's much cheaper in other countries. We're not going to allow that much longer. We're not going to take it.
And just like President Trump said, they don't appreciate our help. They don't appreciate America sending our soldiers, our sons, to die in wars for other countries, letting them rip us off blind, giving them trillions of dollars as they all turn around and say, stupid Americans. They can't stand us. They don't appreciate anything. And I'm so happy that President Trump is putting Americans, American tax money first. They don't deserve anything. And you know what else happened after Trump put these tariffs on these other countries? His numbers went up. His poll numbers are the highest numbers that they've ever been. What does that tell you? That the American citizens agree with him and they understand the process of this. You know who are the only people that have a problem with Americans and America first? Are Democrats and liberals, because they are communists to their core. Remember, we are the Red Army resistance, resist globalism, resist liberalism. It's a disease.